Hi, everybody. Welcome to the next Alder Talk Live, where we talk law, we talk life. I answer questions about the practice and business of law, as well as the business of living. This will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, Alder Talk. Please subscribe there, and you will get this. And as we put more on the channel, you'll be notified so that you can watch all of them. And so today we want to talk about marketing. And a lot of people have asked me about what's my marketing strategy? Does what we do in our firm work for us? And what I want to do is talk about things that we do, but the philosophy behind our marketing strategy. And it's no real difference than any other type of business. Law does not have the sole rights to the way we market. But I want to talk first of all about basic understanding of what it takes to get referrals, to make relationships that people remember. A lot of people say, well, Mike, everybody knows you, right? There's just people waiting to refer you work, and that is not true, right? Now, it helps that you have a good reputation, but there are a number of really excellent law firms and lawyers in this city that do just as good a job as I do, certainly good enough. So why do they come to me as opposed to some of my competitors? Why would they come to you as opposed to competitors of you? So let me talk about the philosophy of what it takes to get a contact, to get a referral. Way more often than not, it is not about you impressing the person as much as it is touching them relatively recently to the time that they want or need to refer a case, right? And so our marketing strategy, your marketing strategy should be about continuously touching that relationship in a way that when they have the referral need, when they have a case, a potential client has a case, they have had your name relatively recent in their mind. And so let me tell you how we do this. The reason that I say all this is because it's very well established. Sales statistics very, very clearly say that most sales, 75% of all sales, happen between the 7th and the 12th contact. And that most salespeople, unsuccessful ones, stop at maybe number 3. They get discouraged. And so what that means is that you should be reaching out, whether you get response back or not, reaching out, because most of the time you're going to have failed or not heard anything 6, 7, 8, 9 times before it clicks. And the key to having a full practice, a thriving business, is that you are planting enough seeds at all times, and you continuously plant those seeds that even if you're 1 out of 10 on every contact, you've done so many contacts that you're getting enough business and a lot of business. So let me tell you how we do this with all of that basic thought process in mind, right? When I meet someone, when you guys send me an email, when I do anything, settle a case, go to a party, I look for opportunities to not only talk to that person, but then look for opportunities to touch that relationship again and again. And you all have heard me talk about personal notes that I think it's really critical, but one of the real reasons why personal notes are so effective is that if I meet you, if I go to a convention, I get your card, I get some contact. If I've settled a case and I've worked with a defense lawyer, if I tried a case and I now have nothing else in front of the judge, I now have a judge contact, I have a clerk, I have a paralegal, your vendors, people that you meet at different events, friends, parents, whoever. So you've met them, right? How many times you meet people at a convention, you go, I will never forget them. They are the greatest thing in the world. The next morning, you got no clue who they are. And they have no clue who you are. But okay, I've made that one touch. When you follow up with a personal note, even something as on good stationery, hey, really great to meet you yesterday. I look forward to seeing you again. Really great to see you. How's Fifi, your dog? Whatever you can to personalize it. Now what you've done is you met them, one touch. Now they get a note, touch number 2. Then if you ever see them again at an event, a business event, or anywhere else, now you have a clear thing. Hey, good to see you again. I don't know if you got my note, but now you touch number 3. But now they're starting to remember you. And then we put that information into our database. It can be a CRM program like, Salesforce or Zoho. We tried Zoho. It was really kind of complicated, more than we needed. So we converted it back to an Excel spreadsheet. And so now we look for opportunities to continue to contact those people every couple of months, even if it's a very short thing, like, hey, just checking in, how are you doing? Because I understand that if I do that 100 times, 1,000 times, 20,000 people, that after a while, I'm going to catch people when they're ready to refer work. And the same thing applies to you. It is not about, oh, well, they'll pay attention if you have, $1 billion in verdicts. No. The outreach is way more important than the street cred. Now, of course, it helps to have street cred, but the outreach is more important. When we settle a case, the lawyers, either comp or PI, they send an email to all of us, and I make sure that the defense lawyer and their address, an adjuster and their address is on that email, because even if I've never been involved in the case and my associate has done all of that work, I will write a note. Hey, really appreciate your hard work and professionalism and working with so-and-so or getting this case resolved. Hope to meet you sometime, Mike. Again, another opportunity to plant the seed for a relationship. I try cases. I'm done. There's nothing else in front of the judge, no post-trial motions. Hey, dear judge, just wanted to say how much I appreciated being in your courtroom. Your staff is amazing. You're fair. You're tough. I really look forward to being in your courtroom again. Madam Court Reporter, thank you so much for your hard work. You went above and beyond. Madam Clerk, I really appreciated the professionalism. You made this a very pleasant experience. But Mike, they'll never see you again. Maybe. But if they do, they sure as hell will remember me. But I cannot tell you how many different examples of how you don't understand what just a personal outreach can do for people. How judges, after they've retired, have told me that I was the only person that ever wrote them a note, and how they kept it in their office. And other judges, when they come in, they're like, what is that? And here they're talking about me. Then I'm wondering why, when I go up in court and I say, Mike Alder from Alder Law, and the judge goes, oh, this must be a good case. Could have been because they saw my 30-second note. Because touching relationships is that important, right? It is that important. So the Trial Lawyer's Guides and the Trial Lawyer's Bible that I've offered to everyone, right? I do it to help spread the word because I think it's good information. But I also use it as part of my marketing, right? It's another touch. It's another touch. And I'm looking to continuously touch relationships 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, because I know that that's most of the time what it takes to make a business connection. Why do we have a plane that has ZA Air on it, that has cups in the plane with ZA Air and napkins and whatever, right? All of that is when they see it on social media. It's more of a memory. It's a touch. If we give people rides in the plane, it is a memorable thing. The van that we have, the custom Sprinter, why does it have a logo on it? Yeah, is it kind of cheesy? Yeah, it really is. But you know what? I got over that because the people that think it's really cheesy and whatever, I could give a shit about them, right? They're going to figure out if it's not that, it's something else. But the people that just look at it as another memory cue, as another touch of the relationship, then it means something significant. So I may have met someone at an event. I wrote them a note. We then followed up and had coffee because of the note I said, let's go have coffee, whatever. Of course, they meet Gina and then game over. But we socialize. Maybe they see me and I pull up in the van, or we go on a trip together in the plane, or we go to the crypto box that our firm has, or the Dodger game again. All of these things are a lot of fun. They're great. They cost a lot of money, but they come back if you understand that a career is about marketing over time and touching relationships over time. And then sure enough, when you least expect it, somebody calls you, a lawyer or a former client or somebody you met at a community event, somebody that you helped, somebody who saw you on social media, somebody who saw your van that went through. You know what it's like when we go to parties and we pull up in our van? Most people go, hey, Alder's here. Is that fun? Yeah, it's fun. Is it kind of cheesy? Yeah. But you know what? It works. And I'm not trying to wow people with anything. I really am not. What I'm trying to do is to touch them enough times, touch the relationship enough times, that when the opportunity comes where they have a case, where they have somebody that needs help, if somebody says, hey, do you know any good lawyers? They're going to remember me because it's been so frequent. Right? And you got to understand that 99% of the time, you probably don't even hear anything back. You got to understand that this is not about looking at whether each individual touch is a success or a failure. You understand that it takes most of the time 7 to 12 times to touch people, to touch a relationship, because that's sometimes how long it takes for them to have something to give you, something, a case or a relationship or a introduction. Right? The last thing I wanted to say is that our philosophy of marketing swag. I have learned over many, many, many years of doing the Cala convention. I remember the first year I did a booth, and I was so proud of all this swag that we did. And my only interest was to have as much of it as possible. It was cheap as hell. And I remember leaving the convention and seeing all of the garbage cans full of all the crap that I had given away because nobody wanted it. Hell, I didn't even want it, right? It had my logo on it, like bigger than life. It was the Sears blimp or whatever. Nobody wants any of that crap. And I have learned that higher quality stuff that people will actually use, even if it's more expensive and you're giving out less of it, is way more important than quantity. And if you're going to put your logo on something, I suggest that it be discoverable only as a surprise or very difficult to see except for when people are using the thing. You don't want big neon signs and whatever, big shirts with neon Alder Law or hats or mugs or whatever. Nobody uses that. But they will use something that doesn't look like it has a logo on it unless you really look hard at it. So again, you see how all of this, we're in the legal business, but this applies really to any kind of business. Anything that you want to accomplish is about touching the relationship as frequently as you can. So I'm happy to help and answer any questions. As you guys watch this, please feel free to reach out to me. Our law firm at alderlaw.com and our workers' comp firm at ZA Lawyers. Again, please subscribe to Alder Talk, our YouTube channel. We're also live on LinkedIn. And this and past and future episodes you can find at that time. You guys have a good time. See you later.